Hi guys, welcome back. Sorry about that sound. I was going to do this live outside, but you know me and my eternally dying or almost dead battery, and so we have the phone all plugged into the charger. So I couldn't, the outlet outside is way too far away from the table. So we're gonna be inside today. Hey, Sarah, I'm glad you're hopping on. I didn't know if this was a good time because, hey, Stephanie, because I know at least in the Fed, visits end at 3 and I was hoping people would hop on and now a whole bunch of you are hopping on. Yay, Maria, Alexis, hey, Heather, yay, yay, yay. So, hey, Courtney, while we're waiting for people to hop on, I am being a fur aunt this weekend. I don't know if you guys saw over on Instagram. I posted a picture of my little fur nephew. Hey, Jody. Hey, Brooke. Hey, LaDonna's new smile journey. I love that. I love that name. Hey, Nikki. Hi, Katina. Come here, Hudson. Oh, you guys want to meet my little nephew, my little fur nephew? Come here. Come here. Come here. Oh my God, he's such a cutie pie. He gets nervous pees and I'm so afraid to lift him up because he's been like peeing all over me. I'm not even like grossed out by it at this point. Come here, Bubba. Come here. Oh, don't pee. Oh, he's peeing. Okay. Oh, come here. No more peeing. No more peeing. Say hi. Are you not the cutest? Oh, you're first sitting too? Oh my God. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Say hi. Hey, Ray. Oh my God, now you smell like pee. Happy anniversary, Rowan Adam. You're so cute. You're so cute. Thank you. I didn't even know it was my anniversary. Thanks, guys. I forgot. I'll tell you guys that story in a second. I love that you guys knew that, but I'm just so curious how you knew that. Say hi. Say hi to everybody. I was filming a video with Adam this morning. Obviously, he was on the phone. And I was so distracted on that video because Hudson had his little, what do you call this thing? Tag thing on. And so he was walking around and then he started chewing the bottom of the tripod and then he goes under the tripod. I thought the camera was gonna fall. And then I had this little peanut butter toy thing for him because if he's not with me, hey, Road to Prison. Hey, Stephanie, another Stephanie. Collar, thank you. Wow, it's been one of those days. And so he was running all over the place. He's licking this little toy with peanut butter in it that she said I could give to him if I need to distract him. It'll keep him distracted, but I could just hear it in the back of the video. I know you guys are gonna hear him licking it and everything. So I was a little distracted on that call, but that's okay. Hudson, say hi. You're YouTube famous now. Say hi to everybody. Hi. Hi, puppy. My name is Corinne. Hi, Corinne. It's so nice to officially meet you. Pups is being such a good boy. He's a really, really good boy. He's a very good boy. He just gets the nervous pees. He's cute, right? I know. He's just my sister's dog. They're at a wedding over the out of town tonight. So she brought him over last night. Hey, Chris. She slept over. We hung out this morning. And then me and Hudson have been hanging out today. Do you want to say anything else to anybody before I put you down? Do you want to say hi? Say hi. I want to go he's just been laying in the sun, chilling. Hey, Pikachu. Just chilling. Okay, go back down. There you go. Okay, hang on one sec, guys. Okay, had to clean up the pee before he stepped on it. Me and my bottle of Clorox will be over there in a few. Hi, Rowan Pup. Thanks, Mandy. He's peeing because he's nervous being on YouTube. I think you want to come back and see my friends? Do you want to come back? Just don't pee. Just don't pee on me. I've taken more showers today than anything. Are you going to be on the whole video with me? It's his first debut. I know. I know. You just want some love and attention, huh? Say hi, guys. Say hi to everyone. Doesn't he have a cute face? He's a cutie. He is a multi-po. He's a cutie pie. You just want some love? You just want to be loved? Okay, I'll love you. Everybody here will love you. Now you have all of these fans. And I keep calling him Tyson because my puppy died while I was at visit, you guys. Not my puppy, he was old, but he was my dog that I brought home to my family when I moved home from college, and then he became the family dog. And I was away at visit one time, and he passed away. That was a really sad story. I'll tell that story on a different video. But, so I keep calling this little guy, his name is Hudson, because my sister lives in Jersey City, which is on the Hudson River in Hudson County. So she named him Hudson, which I think is adorable, but I keep calling him Tyson because that was my dog's name. Yeah, he gets excited. I'm not mad at him. I'm not mad at him. I've been literally changing diapers since I was 10 years old. Not kidding. My sisters are 10 and 13 years younger than me, so I changed their diapers. And I have had more pee on me today than I think my whole entire life since I changed my sister's diapers, 10, 12, all my nieces and nephews, and I still have been peed on more in the past few hours. My sister's at a wedding. And so I'm watching the doggy overnight. She looks beautiful. She's wearing a beautiful, long, red dress. She just dyed her hair really dark. She's the one that looks identical to me. And she did her hair in this pretty little bun. She called to FaceTimed with me to show me how she did her hair. It was beautiful. She looks gorgeous. So if she sends me a picture, I'll show you guys. Okay, that is not what this video is about, even though, Hudson, you're taking over my video. You're taking over my video, Hudson. You know you're famous. Now you're being extra cute and lovey-dovey. Oh, yes, you just want some love and attention. He's petrified of the stairs, you guys, by the way, because my sister lives in an apartment. They don't have any stairs. He doesn't do stairs. So I took him out in the backyard. A friend on Facebook has her dog's own videos. He talks in them. That's adorable. I want to see them. Hudson, do you want to talk? Do you want to talk? So I took him outside for a walk. He wasn't really into walking, probably because he's peed a quadrillion times today. He doesn't need to go to the bathroom when I take him out. So I took him running a little bit in the backyard. He loved it. He's actually kind of fast. And I went to go up the back steps of the deck, which is pretty steep. And he like laid there like, no! And I thought he just wanted to stay outside and play. So I have Facebook. It's Clausen, same name as here. And so he was like, no. So I just kept running with him in the backyard. And then I took him around the front of the house, and that's only like one hop up for him. And then he hopped and he ran right inside. He's really good, but he's petrified of the stairs, aren't you? Aren't you? There's just so many new, exciting things for you, and you're so excited and you're so nervous, and you just pee on me. It's okay, we're still friends. So I wanted to talk to you guys about a situation that happened a couple of days ago. And hey, Leslie. Hey, Leslie. And so now I'm talking to you like you guys are the dog. Oh my God. Hey, Leslie. Hey, welcome to my channel. I'm so weird. Hudson, you're distracting me, Bubba. Okay, you lay down in my lap. So, hey, Kelly. Hey, it's me and my fur nephew today. I had some, let's just get him settled. Okay, I'm getting too distracted. Me distracted? Never, ever. Let's take a sip out of my beautiful Bucks for Love cup. That's what you want to look at the bottom? That tastes good, huh? It's cold. Can everybody see you? We are doing our SPWF Bucks for Love campaign, which is basically our nonprofits once a year. Maybe we'll do it twice a year this year. We usually do it around December too. It's our fundraising drive, and everything goes to the nonprofit. So in celebration of that, first of all, we're selling cups. These are $25. We have cups, bags, and lanyards. The bags, cup, and lanyard together is $35. It's paypal.me/strongprisonwives. This is not a marketing video by any means. I'm just letting you know that in celebration of that, I am drinking out of my cup on video, and this is my third live this week. I was just here yesterday, but that's why you're seeing my face so much this week. Do you have more to say? Do you have more to say? Doesn't it look like a little stuffed animal? My sister's daughter, my niece, had a little stuffed puppy that she was obsessed with. She is 10 now, so you love my Jersey accent. My Jersey accent is serious. I'm so embarrassed of it. So my niece had a little stuffed puppy that even to this day, even though she's 10, she kind of still gets separation anxiety when her puppy's not there. And her puppy looked just like this. And her puppy's name, you guys, was so original. It was Puppy. She called her puppy Puppy. And she would wake up in the middle of the night when she would sleep over here and be like, I need my puppy. And sometimes we'd have to drive her home. He's cute, right? I know. Thank you. Thank you. You love seeing my face. Thank you, sweetheart. So let's start this video. A couple of days ago, you get that with your Boston accent. Yeah, I think it's those of us that have really strong accents. Like Boston's a very strong accent. My accent's a very strong accent. My family on Long Island, that's where I'm originally from. So my accent's like Jersey merged with Long Island. It's a strong, very strong accent. So a couple of days ago, I can't remember what video this comment came through on. I watch every one of your videos, but I've never commented on a live. Hi from PA. Michelle, I'm so glad you're here. I'm so glad you're commenting, and I'm so glad you watch my videos. Yeah, you wanna go down now? Do you wanna go down? Okay, say goodbye. Say bye. It's been fun, YouTube. It's been fun. I want to go lay in the sun again. Go ahead, Bubba. Go ahead. Poor thing's going to have identity crisis. I'm calling him Bubba, Floobs, Furry, Fur Boy, whatever. Thank you. Thanks from Dubai. He's just laying in the sun, chilling. So, okay, let's go back. A couple of days ago, somebody posted on one of my videos, I can't tell you which one, I don't remember. It was a very, very, very supportive comment. But in her comment, she originally wrote, my loved one gets out in 10 days. It was something along the lines of, it was a really long 8 months. I know that's nothing compared to you, but it's not any kind of a competition. And then she went on and she was like really, really, really supportive. So this comment stood out in my mind. I kind of want to talk through it with you. So supportive. I loved it. But let's talk through my emotions and everything with that. And then at the same exact time, I had planned to make this video Tuesday, and then I decided to save it for Thursday, and then the whole update happened. I didn't even wind up making a video Thursday. I made a video yesterday about the update, and then last night, overnight, I got a comment from somebody that said it was very, very well worded. And she asked, she goes, you know how some people, they're going through fertility treatments and all of their friends are getting pregnant and they wind up having an emotional reaction and they kind of get jealous of their friends. Have you ever felt like that about people getting out? So this all kind of goes together. And I want to share this with you and my thoughts and my emotions. So regarding the comment about the 8 months, I could have taken that the wrong way and been like, 8 months, like I could do that 1,000 times over standing on my head. I have, but she wasn't being a jerk. And so here's the thing. It all boils down to the theory of relativity. The way the theory of relativity was explained to me was so beautiful. It just kind of clicked in my head. So, and I've said this before, and I am, right, you were thinking the same thing. I apologize if this is a repeat for you, but I think it's a repeat that's worth it if you've been with me for a while to hear again, just kind of a refresher. And for you that are new, here's my take on the theory of relativity. So imagine sticking your hand on a hot frying pan for a minute. That would burn the crap out of you, and it would feel like the longest 60 seconds of your life, and you wouldn't be able to wait 60 seconds to pull your hand off of that frying pan. Now think of kissing the person that you love for 60 seconds, for a minute. That would feel like the fastest 60 seconds of your life. Every single person that has a loved one who's incarcerated can absolutely relate to that. Give me thumbs up, because at the end of visit, you get one kiss and they are on you. And that is half the time I get in the car and I'm like, did we even kiss goodbye? Because it flies by like that. Everything is relative to you. So I get people who've come to me and they said, my husband got 18 months and I understand that you have 213, but it feels like the end of the world to me. And it's how you approach me, first of all. I'm not gonna, like, if you're rude to me about it, well, it's just different for me. I'm gonna put you in your place. This woman did not do that. This woman just said, you know, I just wanna thank you for everything you helped me through. I know it's only 8 months. So I love that you guys can relate in the comments. I appreciate those thumbs up. And while you're at it, I would love if you guys could give this video a like. Just hit the thumbs up below the video. It just helps me so much. It helps YouTube know that you like my content and pushes it out, because I am trying my hardest to get Adam's story in front of as many eyes as I can, while simultaneously trying to help as many people who have a loved one who's incarcerated as I possibly can. So the only thing you have to do, it's a very simple, free thing to do, is, well, I guess 2-part. 1, if you're not already subscribed, just click that subscribe button. And 2, if you haven't already, just click that thumbs up button. And I cannot tell you how much I appreciate you. Thank you, Mandy. Thank you for saying that it's done. So this woman was totally supportive, and it just made me think of how many people would get really upset about that comment, get really annoyed. Like, how dare you How dare you talk to me about your 8 months when that is a blip, that is a flash in the pan, and it's at a blink of an eye. And that's not what I feel. That's not what I feel at all. The only time I ever feel like that is when somebody is rude to me about it, like, or they feel entitled of my time and they try to capitalize my time because I put myself on YouTube, so I might as well help them. And who cares that I have 213 years and I have bad days and I struggle? I need to help them through their 5-minute sentence. I really had a girl who had 3 weeks who told me she didn't know, like literally, he was sentenced to 3 weeks. This is when I first started. And it was when I first started, he went in for 3 weeks and she put him in there. And then she would turn around and just cry every day. She would boo-hoo. She didn't know how she was going to get through the rest of the 3 weeks. I'm not making this up, you guys. That is where my video, Suck It Up Buttercup, that's where that video came from. And I wasn't being rude. I told her I was making that video. Like straight up, I told her. I'm drinking out of the wrong cup, and that was warm water. So it's one thing if you're rude to me, but that's a very small percentage of people. Anybody else, of course. So it just got me thinking, and all these thoughts went through my head. I think that oftentimes we get so selfish and wrapped up in our own thoughts that we forget that we need to celebrate with people. So moving into the question that I got overnight last night, do I feel like the women who are on fertility treatments trying to get pregnant and they try and they can't and they try and they can't and they try and they can't, and or maybe God forbid they have a couple of failed pregnancies in between, but all of their friends seem to be getting pregnant, or their family members seem to be getting pregnant, and they start getting angry and bitter? Do I kind of feel like that with people getting out of prison? I've had a couple of times where it stung, and I'll talk through those with you, but no, it's kind of like I always thought if my younger sisters got into relationships or got married before me, oh, Mama, you're here, yay. So Mama and I talked about me making this video on Tuesday. She helped me work through my thoughts for it. If you guys don't know, Mama I'm referring to is Lisanne. She is the CFO, she's the COO for Strong Prison Lives and Families, and sometimes we'll bounce ideas off of each other. So she helped me work through the content of this video. So I am so glad that you caught this video so you can help remind me of what I'm forgetting. Anyway, so where did I want to go with that? So my sisters got married. My sister's wedding was last year. It didn't bother me whatsoever. I was so excited for her because it's got nothing to do with me. Why would I be sad about somebody else's happiness? Why would I be bitter about something a path that I chose in life? I chose to be here. Nobody is holding a gun over my head saying, you need to stay with Adam. Nobody has me locked into this relationship. I'm not in prison. I am in my beautiful relationship because I choose to be. So I stay in my lane and I am blinders on. However, at the same time, I celebrate with everybody else because I know, first of all, you deserve your happiness to be celebrated. I was on a video here the other day where I was really upset about Adam getting some bad news, and a girl wrote in the comments, I have some really good news I'd love to share with you. And I was like, please, I need some good news. And she told me that they were getting close to getting out, or I don't remember exactly what it was. They got parole, and I was ready to do a backflip for her because it's not apples to apples. I am so happy for her. I'm sad for a different situation, but that doesn't make me sad for her. And the 2 times that I did feel upset when people were getting out was the very first time that, and again, I've told this story 100 times, so if it's a repeat, I apologize, but hey, I might tell it a different way that means something different to you today, so stick around for a second. But a lot of my people, a lot of my subscribers that join my live videos are new or newer, and you haven't heard these stories yet. Adam was, when we first got back in touch, he was in a U.S. penitentiary, which is a very high security level prison, federal prison. So a lot of people weren't getting out. There wasn't a lot of turnover at that point. And oh, thank you guys that are saying that I look beautiful. I appreciate that. So I didn't have to deal with a lot of people getting out. I didn't have to really face the life sentence. Then about a year after we got back in touch, his points dropped. He was allowed to move down a security level to a medium prison. Well, of course, there's going to be a lot less lifers at a medium prison because it's just part of the way they work themselves down. Now, there's lifers at every level. I don't want that to come across confusing, but where he was prior there was a lot of violent offenders that went to that place. There was a lot of people that were affiliated with groups. There were a lot of, it was just most people that went there were lifers, although there were people without dates. I wasn't involved. So anyway, so now he's down. There's not too many lifers there, but there are some. And I kind of got friendly with this girl. We were not friends, we were just friendly. So when we would walk in to visit, we would walk out of visit, we would kind of chit chat a little bit, but we didn't exchange numbers. We didn't talk outside of when we were there in the visiting room. So I started seeing Adam in May. He moved into the medium facility around May that year. I don't remember, it was 10 years ago-ish. And so I guess it was 9 years ago, because it was, I came back into his life in 2009, and then a year later. So May of 2010. Around September, it's a visit, and it was early September, and it was a beautiful day. It was a warm but brisk fall day. The leaves on the trees were gorgeous there. They are these beautiful, jewel-toned leaves out where he lives in the mountains. And I just remember, so you come in, you get processed for a visit, they take you out, and you walk about 50 yards outside to the back building where the visit room is. And we were chit-chatting, and we were talking about how beautiful it was, and she was from Ohio, so she drove 3 hours this way. She was the girl that told me that she never went to visit over the winter, because the first year she went, there were cars flipped over on the side of the road while she was trying to get there in a snowstorm, and it's really dangerous out there. There's no guardrails. So it was that conversation with her in the May prior that I decided I'm not going out to visit Adam over the winter. I'm not putting my life at risk. He already lost a friend in a snowstorm, and I'm not doing that. So that's how we kind of started becoming friendly. So we're talking on this beautiful September early fall day on our way up. We were just kind of talking about whatever. And then on the way out, I said, hey, because she came once a month. And I said, when are you coming back next? And she goes, oh, she said, this is my last visit. He's getting out at the end of the month. I can't wait. And I remember I felt like somebody kicked me in the stomach, because that was the very first time I had to deal with somebody who was having their loved one released. And I don't remember if it showed on my face, but I remember thinking to myself, get yourself together, girl. Get yourself together, girl. And I said to her, I am so happy for you. That is so exciting. I wish you nothing but the best of luck in your future. And it's only like you have to walk up a flight of stairs, just walk through the front building first, then you sign yourself out of the book, you walk up a flight of stairs, and then you're in the parking lot. So maybe it was a matter of a minute that I got into my car, and I had to look in the rearview mirror at myself, and I had to have a little talk with myself right then and there. My life and my choices have nothing to do with anybody else, and this is the last time that I will ever feel like that when somebody tells me something like that, because it is not apples to apples, and I will never rain on somebody else's parade, and I will never take joy away from somebody else because of something going on in my life. That is nothing to do with her and everything to do with me, and she deserves every second of her joy and her happiness. And from that day forward, I'm telling you, from that second forward, I have never, ever, ever rained on somebody else's parade. I genuinely feel so excited and so happy when I see countdowns coming close, when people share that their loved one's getting out, let's say next week, and then I see those pictures. I'm like, please stay in touch with us. Please let us know how it goes, because that's what we need to see. That's what we need to celebrate. We hear about people going back and recidivizing all day, every day. Oh my God, everybody loves, not everybody in our community, but everybody on the outside loves to highlight the I told you so's and the recidivism, and see, these people can't be rehabilitated. They're going right back inside. Once a criminal, always a criminal. Bleh, you guys know how it goes. Do the crime, do the time, blah, blah, blah. Ignore that stuff. The outdates, the homecomings, that's what needs to be celebrated. So the one and only, there were 2 times, remember I said, so there was that very first time I had experience with somebody getting out. About 8 years later, I had a friend whose boyfriend was incarcerated with Adam when I first started going. Remember I tell you guys about this girl that I used to go with, blah, blah, blah. We were all friends from childhood. I'm gonna get into that story when Adam's home. It's a story I don't like to talk about because of some personal stuff that happened between us as couples. So I remember telling Adam, the guy had 10 years, please come home before him. Please come home before him. Because it's gonna sting when he gets out. And Adam would say to me, he just wasn't a good guy, you guys. And that's why I don't like to talk about that kind of stuff. I don't need to shed light on negative. We don't need to talk about that stuff. Unless I'm exposing corruption. You're like, what are you talking about? Yes, those are the types of videos that I will be negative about because I want to expose corruption. This is just stupid BS criminal stuff. Anyway, and he goes, why, Adam? He said, talk to me. Because I said, because he doesn't deserve to get out. He didn't deserve just to get 10 years. And the way that he treats you and the things that he said about you and the things that they've done to us as a couple, like, please just get out before him. So I stopped talking to that guy's wife years before that because of this whole situation. And it just never really, they just didn't cross my mind. I'm not the type of person, I don't dwell on the negative. I just don't. So I kind of just put them in the back of my mind. I got a text from her a couple of times where it was just weird. So I just kind of ignored, like I was cordial, but it was just weird, right? So then the morning that he gets out, I'm driving to work. It's like 8 o'clock in the morning. And my phone rings and it's her number. And I thought, something might be wrong. I better get this call. And it was him. And he goes, I'm out. And I said, wow. Well, okay. I got that same feeling that I got when that lady told me that her husband was getting out in 3 weeks. I felt like somebody kicked me in my stomach. I felt like somebody kicked me in my stomach for a minute because I was his first phone call. You have a family. You have both of your families. You have a son. You have so many other people that you could have spent your first phone call calling, but you called me to stick it to me that you're home. That's why I got that punch in the gut feeling. And then I remembered, I'm in my car, you guys, driving to work, and I remembered that conversation I had with myself 7 or 8 years before this. And I thought, you're not doing it. You know what? I am happy for you. Congratulations. I said, I'm happy for you. Congratulations. And then when I hung up the phone, I called my sister and I was like, he's out. And she goes, oh my God. Like she couldn't stand him. And I said, no. I said, you know what? I feel nothing other than happiness for them. I just want to wish them the best from a distance. I don't want them back in my life. I wish them all of the luck in the whole entire world. I really hope he stays out this time. I still don't want to be part of their lives. I wish them nothing but the best, but they need to stay away from me. And that's the only 2 times, genuinely, you guys, I tell you the truth about everything. I come on camera and I cry and I tell you when I'm mad. Those are the only 2 times that I haven't celebrated when somebody got out. And the first one I cleaned up myself really quick, and the second one was definitely a punch in the gut, but I let it go. I don't wish I'm not a hater. I don't wish harm on anybody. If you're gonna infiltrate my life with your negative BS, I'm gonna keep you away from me, but I'm not gonna wish you harm. I genuinely am not gonna wish you harm. I'm not even gonna wish that karma comes back and bites you in the ass because I know it will, but that was kind of low. But genuinely, I wanna celebrate with you. And so let's take this thought further. Hold on. Me, my beautiful cup, need a break. Thank you guys for all the comments. I was trying not to distract myself too much and read them, but I'll come back at the end of the video and I'll read through them with you guys because I was already distracting you guys so much with the dog before. And sometimes it's hard when I'm like all over the place on video, on lives, and I'm reading the comments and I'm going back and forth between stories. It's kind of hard for you guys to watch on the replay. And I had a lot of people rewatch last night's on the replay, which is awesome. So, you knew that karma statement was gonna come out. Heather knows me well. So Heather, I'm sorry, I never texted you back last night. My sister came over. I'll text you back. It's nothing too important. So I got to thinking when I was talking through this idea for this video with Lisanne, Mama, and we started talking about, we have a friend who I just mentioned on a video recently. His name is Cedric Dean. Cedric was a lifer in federal prison. He did 22 years in the feds and he got a life sentence for crack cocaine. And the government came in, much like the First Step Act, The government came in 10 years ago and they said, much like the First Step, that made no sense. Ignore what I just said about much like the First Step Act. That's not gonna make sense until I finish this thought first. The government came in and said, the 100-to-1 crack cocaine disparity that makes the life sentences needs to die down, because there was like a lot of disparities between the two. It was kind of turned into a law that was kind of like a racist law, right? So he was sentenced under that. The law came in and said, nope, not anymore. You're not allowed to sentence like that anymore. That law was struck down. However, it was struck down from that day forward. So nobody in the past could be charged like that, but everybody that was charged from that day forward couldn't be charged like that. The reason I talked about the First Step was twofold. First, the First Step came in and clarified that 10 years later. So for 10 years, people were sitting inside on life sentences going, I mean, that's great that they changed the law. That made the statute that I was given life for knocked down, but I'm still sitting here because the government didn't make it retroactive. That's messed up. So for 10 years, those people sat there. Finally, the First Step said those people could get out. The second reason I mentioned the First Step is because that is exactly what happened with the First Step Act with 924C. The law Adam was sentenced under, they came in and they said from this day forward, December 8th, 2018, nobody can be charged stacked 924C. That is unconstitutional. But everybody like Adam, those 3,000 people still inside, we didn't change the law for them. So we're fighting it, and people are saying it's not if, it's when they change that. But look what happened. It took 10 years. So in those 10 years, Cedric was a lifer. Cedric lived every day of his life as if he was never getting out of prison, okay? There's a woman named Amy Pova who runs an organization called Can Do Clemency. Amy was given a life sentence for some drug charges her husband was going on, and this happens a lot to women. Everything that their loved one was doing somehow falls on them, although they didn't have anything to do with it. So that's what happened with Amy. She took a life sentence. Her husband at the time obviously is not her husband anymore. I don't know if he snitched on her. I don't know if she took the charges for him. All I know is he was out and did this much time and she got a life sentence, okay? Amy and Cedric are both lifers, as well as Adam. They are all lifers. Every single one of them, from the day they went to prison to today, well, for Adam, or to the day they got out of prison, was a lifer. Cedric was awarded clemency. He got out of prison. I don't remember who gave him clemency. I think it was maybe President Obama. Amy was awarded clemency by President Bill Clinton. Tell me, you guys, Amy and Cedric, were they not lifers the whole entire time they were in prison because they got out one day? When Adam gets out of prison one day, is that going to negate every single day of the past 19 and a half years that he was a lifer? Is that going to negate all of the struggles that I went through thinking that my husband is never going to come home from prison because he did get out or will get out one day, or because Cedric got out one day? Does that take away the pain that his family felt for all of those years while their loved one was a lifer inside? Does that take away the pain that Amy felt every single day and that her parents felt every single day, knowing that they would die while their daughter was still inside if nobody saved her life? No. The reason I bring that up is because we have so many people who fight against each other. Well, you're not a real lifer because your husband didn't get life, he only got 213 years. Well, your husband isn't a lifer because he only got 20 years. Well, if he was sentenced at 70 years old, why are we fighting? Or what about the times where there's this huge fight amongst prison wives and family members, but especially the wives and the girlfriends and the fiancés, and those are in romantic relationships with the person on the inside? People who knew their loved one before versus people who met their husband while they were inside. There's been this battle from the day that I came in. I saw this battle, like I walked into it, online world of prison support groups, and I was like, my goodness, battles. Why are we fighting if our husbands are lifers? Why are we fighting if my relationship is valid and yours isn't because of the way that I thought? Why are we fighting with one another? Why are we fighting that I hate you, your husband's getting out, you didn't do any time? Why am I fighting? Why would I ever fight with somebody? You only got 8 months and I got 213 years, so your 8 months weren't valid. Every night of those 8 months that you fell asleep alone and cried yourself to sleep wasn't valid because I got more time. Why would we do that? Why are we fighting with each other? Why can't we just get along and support each other and say, oh my God, if your husband, oh, here's a story, you guys. This happened to me yesterday. This is a great story. This story is gonna make me cry. It's amazing. I hope my friend watches this video. My friend Devon, we met because her loved one is serving 150 something years for 924C. I mean, should I be mad at her because mine got 213 and hers got 150? Of course not. They're both life sentences. They are both, Adam and her husband, are both the most knowledgeable people with 924C. So when she and I met, she ran a support group for 924C families, and she's branching out into other areas of law, but right now it's just 924C. I was running Strong Prison Laws at the time. Sorry, I got distracted by a comment. That's why I got stuck like this for a second. Right. I kind of am like this with you on that. We joined forces, and it's been like ever since. We became really good friends. Well, her husband wound up being awarded a transfer, and him and Adam are together now at the same facility, which is amazing because they are like brainiacs when it comes to this stuff. So Adam tells me last week that this guy, Devon's friend, Devon's loved one, should be home any day. He should get granted his relief. What do you think I did? I told Devon, the second that I see that picture, I will pass out from excitement. Oh my God. She was like, girl, you're gonna pass out? She goes, I'm gonna be the one passed out. I go, well, that might not be a bad thing because you might need some mouth-to-mouth resuscitation. Just saying, girl. But these are the things. Oh my God, when he gets out, I keep always saying his name. When he gets out, I'm gonna be doing backflips. I'm gonna be getting plane tickets. As soon as they have their alone time for a little bit, I'm gonna be getting plane tickets to the state they live in so I can go see them together in person. I will be at their wedding, at their whatever celebration that they have. I will be there celebrating with them, dancing with them, hugging them, kissing them, whatever, because we are sisters. We've been through this battle together. It reminds me a little bit of the stories where you hear where people on the inside get so mad that people have outdates that they get paranoid. People don't talk about when their outdates are because they're afraid people will try to sabotage them. How sad is that? How disgusting is that? Why would you rain on somebody else's parade? I just feel like I'm lost in this whole long tangent. I hope you guys are still with me. I hope you guys are still following me. But to kind of like land this plane and wrap it all up, I think people expected me to get upset about that 8 months comment. I'm not upset at her at all. I will be celebrating with her in 10 days when it's probably less than that now, it's probably like 5. When her husband or loved one comes home, I will be celebrating with Devon, hopefully any day when her loved one comes home. Just like each and every one of you that is pulling for me and Adam, I know you're gonna be genuinely celebrating with me. You will be with me, by the way, on live video when we group effort, go to pick up Adam one day. But I know that there will be the day that you're celebrating with me, but until then, I will keep lifting each and every one of you up because that's how it should be. That's how it should be. So the next time you just kind of feel that twinge, that is so cool. That is fine. It's human emotion. If you feel a twinge of jealousy because maybe you're just starting this out and somebody else is getting out and you don't know how you're gonna do all those years and you're gonna get to that point, just remember this video. just think of this video. I will be celebrating their wins because they will be celebrating my wins. And your win, your ultimate win of him getting out doesn't have to be the only win on this journey, you guys. That's why I always talk about, who's that guy? Who are we talking about? I'll take care of somebody. Do you guys need me to help with something? I keep drinking out of the wrong, I have to put this on the floor because I keep drinking out of the wrong cup and that water is hot. Ray, do you guys need my help with something? So, I always talk about having mini countdowns throughout this. So I never had a countdown for Adam. I never had a countdown for his homecoming because he doesn't have a date. But here's the thing, that doesn't mean I can't have a countdown. Doesn't mean I can't have a countdown. I can just get creative. I can have a countdown to my next visit, and I can set goals to get me to my next visit. And I can have wins along the way, and I can celebrate those wins. You can have mini wins up until your final huge win that you're working for. That's like little scrimmages and games that you play when you're on a sports team to the championships, right? You could celebrate every time you win a game. You do. Think about you guys that are moms, your kids that are in sports. When they win a game, it's awesome. You go to dinner, you celebrate with the team, whatever it is, and then you go to the championships and you win the state championships, and it is the best feeling in the whole entire world. It doesn't make all of those other games that you won any less amazing. You could celebrate those little wins. This is a good message to all the people who may feel defeated. Thanks, Lovey. Your mindset is so inspiring. Thanks, guys. Please hit the like button. Thanks, Jen. If it's any other way, that person needs help. I'm kind of with you, Christy. I'll be happy for each and every one. And it's okay. Okay, that's where I was going at before. It's okay to feel jealousy sometimes. It's okay. I have a whole video coming. Look, I put the thing on the floor because I wasn't going to drink it, and I picked it up to put it over here. Like, why do I need to drink out of that one? Why is, subconsciously, do I want to drink out of that cup? I want the cold one. I have a video coming about jealousy in the very near future. I have one about confidence, being controlled, and one about jealousy. I haven't made it yet, but it's on my list to do. Jealousy is gonna come. Jealousy is a normal emotion, but jealousy is everything about you and nothing about the other person. Think about the times you feel jealous. You feel jealous when you feel insecure with yourself about something, where you feel like you lack something, okay? So a twinge of jealousy when somebody's coming home and your loved one has a whole bunch of time left, to not feel that twinge, to get mad at yourself for that twinge, to judge yourself for that twinge is silly, because you're human, and that emotion is human. So let that feeling happen, let it come up, and then explore it. Why am I feeling jealous right now? It has nothing to do with her loved one coming home. It has something to do with me. Where do I feel lack? Do I feel lack in my relationship? Are we not communicating the way we should be? Are we arguing a lot? Is he not calling me as much as I need him to? Do I feel something is not there, and that's why I'm jealous? What is it? What is it right now that you can fix, that you have control over, that you could fix, so you could feel as full, so you don't feel those jealous feelings when something good happens to somebody else because you're insecure and you feel there's a lack here? We'll explore that more on another video. Okay, I just saw a good question. What TV shows are you excited to watch with Adam when he's out? My dear Adam, $5 from Ashley. Love you, Ro. Keep doing you and inspiring others. Girl, you just touched my heart so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I cannot thank you enough for those $5. Adam's gonna be so happy. Kyle, I'm gonna show you my potentially maybe thong at the end of this video. You just hang out and I'll show you. So my dear sweet husband Adam watches one show on TV. Pinky Promise. Pinky, here's the pinky. Look, I'm tapping the phone. Pinky Promise. He doesn't watch TV at all. The only show he watches, or he watches very few shows, the only show he watches is 60 Minutes. And he'll watch the news and Dateline and like CNN and stuff in the morning because it's funny, we just had this conversation. I love that you asked this question. he feels like he needs to stay up, of course, on world events and politics and all that stuff that could help with his case, and also because he's stuck in there, right? So the other day he told me, he said, I haven't watched TV in so long, and finally he got moved, you know, the units got moved around, and he was able to get back to the TV room and start watching the news again. He actually will listen to it because they can tune in on their little radios, they can tune in, and they can listen from their cells as he's like making breakfast and stuff like that. So I said to him, I said, I'm just so curious because this came from him. He loves to talk about filtering negative stuff out of your life and watch what you consume. You know, if you're listening to like rap music with really harsh, vulgar lyrics, then you might be allowing that to infiltrate your thoughts and your minds. Or if you're playing like really, really violent video games, those might be infiltrating your thoughts and your mind, Sarah. And hey, Jessica. So just filter. So I asked him, I said, you know, I had to stop watching the news a long time ago. I watched the local news so it's different, but it gives me like so much anxiety, and it scares me because there's so much negative going on. And he said, once I get out and I could filter that, I will filter out this stuff, but right now I need to stay on top of all that stuff, but otherwise I just wouldn't. So he watches, to answer your question, that was long-winded, he watches the news, of course. He watches 60 Minutes, and the only show that he told me that he will watch with me is This Is Us, because we both love that show. I got him into that show, and I call him my very own Jack. What's their last name? Pearson. I call him my very own Jack Pearson. And a couple of my friends told me that Adam reminds them of Jack. Obviously not looks-wise. Jack is like 4 feet tall. Fellow Italian, I feel your pain. Adam's like 6'4", not appearance-wise, but just who doesn't like Jack or love Jack Pearson's personality? I know. I swear. Part of the reason I want to be a mom is just to watch Adam be a dad. I'm telling you guys. Oh, he would be like such a Jack Pearson dad. P misses watching 60 Minutes with Adam. That's awesome. Oh, he misses him too. So what did I miss, you guys? I love that. That was a really good question. So he's going to watch I keep saying 60 because he watches 60 Minutes. We did watch the first season of 60 Days In together, the one with the Marine Zach. Was that the first or the second season? Whichever one it was. We did watch that, and then he's like, he really liked it. He thought Zach was awesome. We would like talk about it a little bit, but Zach was the guy in the military, if anybody watches that show. Then he was like, all right, I can't do this anymore. And then I stopped watching it too. I kind of lost my interest in it, but I was really obsessed with that show. And in fact, we met a woman at the Prisoner Family Conference the first year we went, right? It was the first year we went in 2016, and she was on that show. We're watching 60 Days In one day. All of the prison wives were like really excited about it coming out, and then we're texting each other like, Mona Lisa is on this show. We met her in Dallas. How crazy is that? So, and I think that's the last season I watched, because then I just kind of got over it. I don't watch much TV anymore at all. How do you guys watch TV together? That's a really good question. So we don't watch it together. Like we'll both watch it, and then we'll talk about it either at visit or over email or over the phone sometimes. We try not to waste 4 minutes talking about TV shows because I just feel like that's such a waste of phone time. But I'll just be like, what'd you think of last night's episode really quick? And then we'll talk about it more at visit. Hey Jess, did you make it home? Oh my God, I've been stalking your pictures from vacation. You guys are so cute. You guys are such teases. I cannot wait for your video with Christina. You just landed in Chicago. That's awesome. Welcome home. I'm glad it was a safe trip. Kyle doesn't, oh God, who's Kyle? Kyle's the one that wants to see if I wear thongs. Oh boy. Okay. Do you guys, I'm wondering if I should scroll up through the comments. Let me start back up at the top. I'm sorry I was ignoring you guys, your comments, but I didn't want to get off of that tangent. Those like 15 tangents. If you guys asked a question that I missed, just put it back in, but I'm scrolling to the top and to make sure I don't miss anything. You amaze me. You have a great heart. With everything you go through, you're still helping others. Don't ever change, right? Oh my gosh, thank you, LaDonna. Maybe you already went over this or have done this. I'm a fairly new subscriber, but for some reason, Adam got transferred to another state. Would you move to said state to be closer? It depends. That's a really good question. I don't know if you saw my video about when Adam was supposed to move to Wisconsin and I lied to him. The video was called something along the lines of, I loved him enough to let him go. So go back after this video and watch that video, and it explains my thoughts on if he gets moved out there. And then he was talking about potentially moving to Arizona and wanted me to go to Las Vegas. This was maybe 2 years ago, and I said no. And he was being extremely pushy about it. I have tons of videos about that. And I said, absolutely not. I am not dropping my life. I am not, my mother was sick at the time. I was taking care of her. And I said, I'm not leaving my mom. I'm not leaving my family. I'm not leaving my job that I've had for a decade and a half to just drop everything, move across the country because you think it's better for me. It's not happening. So in that circumstance, no. But in the future, if something happens and it's something we work through together and it's a state I want to go to and I have housing and I have a job lined up before I just drop everything to go, my mom's passed, so I don't have the responsibility of taking care of her. I do have to help my dad. We've already talked about this. Like if he gets out tomorrow, we would have to live apart for a little while because I have to help my dad sell this house, and then I'm free to do anything. But as awful as that sounds, that's a conversation Adam and I had. I cried the whole entire 6-hour drive home because, could you imagine, that's really when we thought he was getting released any day. He wanted to go to Vegas to start his life with the nonprofit that he wants to work with out there, and I would have had to come here. And it would have been short term, but that would have been so awful and excruciating. So I have some responsibilities I need to take care of. I can't just drop everything and leave, but once those are taken care of, yeah, I have nothing holding me here. I don't have children or anything like that. I'm easily transportable, is that the word to say? But just not like drop of a hat, if that makes sense. I found your videos at a time when I felt really alone and helpless because of some family stuff. You're like a big sister and a mama at the same time. Thank you. Oh, you're so welcome. That makes my day. Yo, bro, you're a queen. Adam better know how lucky he is. We just filmed a video this afternoon. That's cute that you said that. You'll see. It's coming like next week or the week after. Such an inspirational attitude. You've helped me so much. Thank you. You're so welcome. I think we feel genuinely happy for others. It just catches us off guard at times, especially the lifer wise. Heather, you just put that perfectly. You're so right. You're a class act, Mrs. Clausen. I love you guys. You're so sweet. For you guys that are just hopping on, the title of this video was, Am I Angry? I had somebody comment on my video about how her loved one was getting out in 10 days after 8 months. And then it was a very, very supportive, because she's like, I know you're not mad, it's not a competition. And then it was a really supportive comment. And people were wondering if that was upsetting to me. And then somebody asked if just overnight last night, somebody asked me if I get kind of annoyed, like when people are on IVF, when they're trying to get pregnant and they can't, and all of their friends and their family members seem to be getting pregnant, do I feel the same way when I'm trying to get Adam out and I have people getting out? So that was what my rant was about. That was if I'm angry or not. And the bottom line is absolutely not. I celebrate with everybody. I'm genuinely so happy for everybody when their loved one comes home. There were 2 times that I was not, and I did get that kind of punch in the gut feeling, and that's what I talk through. So if you're curious and you're just hopping on, that's what I am not mad about, and you can watch the beginning of this video for those stories. Just sent you the video of Willie B talking from Stacey Michelle. She's Kid Rock's backup singer. Cool. Is she the one with the dogs? The puppy's asleep now. He's such a good boy. Did the petition reset only at 3? We didn't have that many signatures. I think when I started really promoting his petition on YouTube, I think we were only like 500 or 800. Unless, did you see that it had more signatures? If somebody saw that it had more than 3,000 and it somehow knocked down, let me know and I'll reach out to the guy from change.org. The dishes don't jump into the dishwasher alone. That's amazing. You're so funny. You inspire me to be strong. Lots of love back to you. Be happy for others. Great happiness. Oh, that's so sweet. Thank you guys. I felt the punch in the gut when you told your story. Oh, please pray for my husband. He's thinking of stopping his treatments. My heart is breaking. Oh God, I'm like, what kind of treatments? Heather, it's important. Don't let her off. Wait. What else do I have to talk to Heather about? Mine was just a quick thing that I'm confused. Chemo and radiation. Oh, honey. Okay. Here's what I learned about that. My biggest regret, one of my biggest regrets with my mother was not hearing her when she told me that she was ready. I'm not crying, by the way, you guys. I'm allergic to my sister's dog. So, because I was holding him before my eyes. So, you've seen me cry a million times. I don't hide it from you, but I'm not right now. So, my mother, the week before she died, told us, or she was trying to tell us, I am ready. I don't want to feel like this anymore. It's killing me faster than the cancer is. I need to come off. I'm done. And I fought her. I did not want her to go back on chemo. I was so mad at her. I told her, Mom, the chemo is going to kill you. This is it, Mom. Please don't do it. You are so weak. I'm not okay with this. And she wanted to do it. And then 3 weeks later, she had enough. And for some reason, something in my brain switched. I wasn't ready to let her go. And I was like, just a little bit longer, Mom. I was like, maybe you could just go on a maintenance dose and, maybe take a couple weeks off, but don't go off for good. And she was I remember her sister came to visit her, and her sister's daughter, my cousin, who's a few years older than me, and my cousin and I were both like trying to talk her into it. And now, looking back, the look of defeat on her face, nobody was letting her make decisions about her own body. And so my advice to you is, as hard as it is, I am so sorry, honey. I am so sorry. It is so hard to watch somebody with that disease. But allow him to make decisions and support him. You can tell him all the reasons why you think it's a bad idea, but at the end of the day, you have to allow him to have his voice and to make his decisions, because to this day, I regret not hearing my mother. She died either way a week later. But I feel like she felt like she had no way out. I feel like she felt like we were forcing her to do something that she felt was killing her, so she almost stopped fighting. She checked out faster. So my wish was that we listened to her, and my wish was she came off of chemo, and even if it was a couple of weeks, it was a couple of weeks that she would have felt better, instead of just literally they killed her with the chemo. So I don't know if that's any kind of maybe consolation to you if he does decide to go off, but sweetheart, I am sending you all of the love in the world. Those decisions are the hardest decisions in the world to make, and it's just really, really rough and disgusting to watch somebody struggle with that. So if I can help you in any way, I know it's very different when it's your mother and it's your husband, but I was there with my mother until the day before she died. I took care of her. The only reason I wasn't with her when she died is because she was in the hospital and I went to work that day. But I'll be happy to talk you through. If you just need a shoulder to cry on, an ear to listen, please reach out. Okay. Retroactivity needs to kick in. Amen to that. Guys, what's going on with the hurricane, by the way? I just saw that comment, and I'm sending thoughts and prayers. I'm new here. I don't have a loved one inside, but you're an Adam's story. It's so inspiring. Tabby, that makes my day. I've been following your journey for a few months now, and I'm so interested in learning new things from you every day. Oh my gosh, thank you so much. I can't walk and chew gum at the same time. Cheers to that. You and me both. I'm laughing at Ray Ray's comment. What's up with all these random people wanting wrenches? That's insane. Any Night messed with a loved one who is in the system is a night lost out of everyone's lives. We all suffer. That's a great way to put it. We can never be too protective of this group. Heather, thank you so much, love. I love that you guys love my rants. I'm sorry, I've read a lot of these comments already. I feel like this has been answered before, but is Adam nervous for the way technology has progressed since he's been on the inside? That's another great question. So, the one thing that he said on that Q&A that I posted with him, it posted last Monday. If you didn't watch it, he talked a little bit about it. But he said that he is not going to be a fan of people coming out and just constantly being on their phones and not present. Halfway present, not paying attention. When Adam went in jail, people were using those Nextel walkie-talkies. There was no smartphones, there was no Wi-Fi on phones. Phones were just phones or walkie-talkies. I hated those freaking phones. All the drug dealers had them. Ugh, they were the worst. So, I'm just laughing that I was so dramatic about that. So I don't think he is afraid about it. I think he's really super excited about it. Adam has always stayed up on technology, although he's never touched it with his hands. He's never done it himself. He reads Wired magazine. He teaches me things about technology. However, and I had a conversation with Adam's mom. Sorry guys, I have a hip thing going on, so I move around a lot because I can't get very comfortable on this side of my body. So I apologize that I keep moving. But she told me one time she brought Adam to work with her when he was maybe 6 or 7 years old, maybe a little younger. And she left him with like a beat up computer that nobody really used. He couldn't ruin it or anything like that. And she worked for a couple hours and then she came back to check on him. And she said that he had, with the keyboard, made this really intricate design. He made a drawing, like, you know how you could do like think of like an Etch-a-Sketch where you can make designs out of like, you know, the symbols. And so when Adam was 5 or 6 years old, that was 1980 or 1981. It's not like it was where people do that on their phones now all the time. That wasn't common for people to do. Kids didn't have access to computers. So she told me that he was always just really into that type of stuff. He was always just naturally gifted with that. So I think he thinks that he's not going to. I think he's going to be very delayed, obviously, because he hasn't used any of it. He hasn't seen any of it. Like, I'm going to have to sit there and teach him all of it, which is so exciting and fun for both of us. And don't you guys worry, it's going to all be on video, because I think it'll be a little bit comical. Sorry, Adam. It'll be very entertaining, and it'll open everybody's eyes to how delayed you are when you throw people in prison for so long and it's not deserved. What you're doing to them, you are making them so socially delayed that he's going to be awkward for a little while. He is. Shh, don't tell him I said it. But he is. And he was telling me, God bless his heart, he was telling me last time we were at Visit, remember I just told you guys that he was going to go to Vegas. If he got out like this, he's going to go to Vegas and I'm going to stay in New Jersey for a little while and help my dad settle up things with his house so it could be sold, and then we'll go our separate ways. And so, and of course I would obviously go out to Adam, hopefully that's very quick, but that would mean that he would get out and have to get on a plane and go there. And he's like, well, I'll just fly there by myself. And I go, the minute you get out of jail, you're just gonna go to a plane? You haven't been around in 20 years. Airports are very different now. And he goes, I mean, I know 9/11 and everything. And he started to get defensive. And I was like, what ID are you gonna use? He said, well, I think I can use my prison ID. You're not flying Con Air, sweetheart. I don't think you can use your prison ID, but it doesn't even have an address on it. You don't have an address. Are you gonna put the prison's address? Like, return to sender if something happens? What? And I said, this is obviously not my phone, I'm using my phone. But I was like, you're gonna see people just swiping and swiping and swiping. That's their boarding pass. That's what you use now. I said, I don't fly very often. And every time I go to the airport, which is once a year at the very least, But that's a long chunk of time, like a year, and I still get anxiety at the airport because there is so much that I don't know. There's so much stimulation and going on. You're not allowed. I'm putting my foot down. I've never told Adam he's not allowed to do something, not the type, but I'm putting my foot down on this one. You are not allowed to fly without me the first time that you fly. You're not allowed. Or somebody. John, our friend that flies basically every week, fine, you could fly with him. It's not being me controlling, it's me saving you from a lot of angst. My best friend, well, I'll save that story. No, I'm not gonna tell that story. Your house is so cute, thank you. Just been Jess and Randy's videos. Yes, I love their videos too. You're so responsible, thank you. Sorry, I had my notifications off, but I've been babbling for too long. They turn back on. If I can, oh, that comment. Lisanne said, if I can be happy for others when mine came home in an urn, then anyone can. Oh, and she's right. You always just have to think, I have no right to complain because somebody out there is going through something worse than me. It's the way that you keep yourself grounded. You have a heart of gold. Well, thank you. Lisanne, you're a beautiful person and you're right. Ray, she's right. Ray, you are right. Would you ever have Adam sneak sperm out for you to get pregnant? He may or may not have tried, not him, the guys where he was living, this is like 2000, 2001, they all somehow got a hold of sperm kits. Remember, I was not involved in this. 2009, I came back. But they were involved, and these guys, there's articles about it, they got sperm out. And some of them had children. Some lifers had children, who, by the way, when their kids came in to visit 9 months later, were bragging about, this is my son. Guess what happened to him? Guess what happened to him? He went to jail. Inside of jail. He's now deceased, unfortunately, but yeah, no, I would never have Adam do that. No. We can tell how much pure love you have for your family. I'm definitely a lover. What is Adam planning when he gets out? What's he planning to do for money? So Adam is planning to work with, can I talk about this? I think I could talk about this. Let me ask him if I could talk about this, but I'm pretty sure I could talk about it. But let me just double check. But he does have plans. He has job offers, you name it. I think it should be okay, but let me just ask him. I like the rants and the tangents. LOL, I'm getting ready and listening. It's like Rose podcast. I love that. It's great that he keeps up with the times. What are your favorite names for babies and pets? So Adam decides one day, this was like years ago. I love to be like, I don't control him, and then this is the second story I'm gonna tell in 2 minutes about how I had to put my foot down and say no. But I promise you guys, I'm telling you, it's very few and far between, I swear. But that said, he tells me, this was like years ago, he tells me he figured out the names. He's convinced we're gonna have twins because, we have to get it done, one-shot deal. I'm like, okay, it's like a menu. You just put your order right in with the universe. Hey, I'd like a 2-for-1 special tonight. Okay, great. Then his mom's like, well, while you're at it, just have triplets. I'm like, whose belly are they going in? Do you want them in your, like, sure, order them right up. But anyway, so he was convinced we were gonna have twins. So I think this was I don't know, 3 years into our relationship, convinced we're gonna have twins. And then one day he tells me, I figured out the names for our children. I want our kids to have very, very, very strong names. By the way, the initials AC are very important to me because all of the men in my life that I'm very close with have those initials. So, because I was telling him I wanted like an AC tattoo. I have all of the girls in my life, my tattoo, I don't know if you guys know this. This is my sister star that 4 out of my 5 sisters have. My 5th sister, well, my oldest sister is, she didn't get it. And she told us one day it was because she was afraid of the pain. And I told her right then and there, I am calling BS. And she said, what do you mean? I said, you had a child in your driveway in an ambulance without any medication to stop the pain. So I called BS, and she started laughing. She's like, I don't like tattoos. I said, there you go. There's your answer. And that's cool. But the rest of my sisters have a 5-pointed star because there's the 5 of us. So I told him, I want a tattoo to symbolize the boys in my life, and you're all AC, so that would kind of be like an interesting tattoo. So he must have taken that, and he tells me, I have the names for our twins. And I said, okay, what are those names? He said, well, I want them to have very strong names. Okay, well, what are those strong names? I want them to be Achilles and Athena. And I was like, you're serious? And he was like, yeah, aren't those great strong names? And I was like, I mean, yes, but no. And he was like, come on, they're beautiful names, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, no. And he was like, why? And I said, what about this? You want pit bulls, right? Wouldn't that be awesome to have pit bulls named Achilles and Athena? How about we have a girl and a boy dog and we call them Achilles and Athena? How about that? And he was like, oh, he's like, you're good. That's good. And I'm like, escape that one. I think they're beautiful names. Achilles Clausen, Athena Clausen. So, oh my gosh, that's funny. Your puppy is named Artemis. Our friend Nicole Richardson's cat is named Artemis as well. So you have a pit named Athena. I think it's a perfect name for a pit bull. Yes, those are great names for pit bulls, not great names for my children. So our girl's name is, I'm talking about this like I'm gonna have kids. We don't know, but if we had, should I keep it a surprise what my favorite girl's name is? And I don't think we agree on the boy's name. Should I say it or should I keep it a surprise? I don't know. Come here, Hudson. Come on, you wanna come back on camera? Good for dogs' names, I know. Not for puppies. I mean, not for babies. I'm covered in tattoos and I have 2 kids. I'll take tattoos. I don't blame you. This is, well, I don't have kids. I don't know that pain, but this didn't feel very good. I know I'm a baby. Everybody always asks me for tattoo tours. I'll give you guys a tattoo tour. Ready? Okay, done. Just kidding. That's my only tattoo. Come here, Papa. Don't pee. He's peeing. He's excited peeing. Come here, Pups. You want to say hi? You want to say hi? Don't pee on me. Oh my God, don't pee on me. For everybody that came late, I'm puppy sitting. And he gets so nervous and excited and pees. And I've had more pee on me today than you guys that are moms have in your whole entire life. I promise you that. Because I changed a lot of diapers in my day. And he's peed on me. Like, I've just been drenched in it all day. Say hi, I love you guys. Ro putting her foot down with the name. It's true. Keep it a surprise. I think I will. Don't tell. My brother was named Adam and he was murdered. Oh my God, I'm so sorry, sweetheart. Secret. He's so cute. Isn't he cute? Say hi to everybody. Say, I'm gonna be YouTube famous now. Now you smell. I'm gonna have to wipe you down. I'll give you a bath. Why do you keep peeing everywhere? Welcome to motherhood. Uh-huh. You'll have a tattoo any day over 27 hours of labor. Cover me. And I've never had a kid. I'll put my foot down on Adam. Say hi. Say, no, I'm a stinky boy. I smell like Cheerios now. Yes, you do. "16 tattoos, 4 kids, 9 grandkids. I'll take the tattoo." Oh, what did Dara say? What else do you guys have for me? I know I missed a lot of questions, but if you have them and you're still here, what's your plan on filming when Adam gets home? Erica, I don't have a plan exactly. I just know it's gonna happen. I know that I'm gonna definitely video a lot, all of it. I'll probably do like, you know, if we have time and there's a before, then of course I'll video the before and my emotions and my nerves. I'm gonna be a nervous wreck. And my getting ready for it and all of, you know, some of it'll be comedy, some of it'll be, I'm sure, anxiety. It'll just be everything you can imagine. You guys will be along for it. Hi, Bob. I'm so excited. Got Dallas, your key and my mini key. Come join us. Yes. I had an epidural and I still say tattoo after birth again. I want to know what Ray accidentally put me in red meant. I don't want Ro to think I was bad. Oh, Kelly, I don't know. I know you're not bad. Kelly is my heart. She's my super fan. You want to cut that? Come on over. Imagine if you got, my sister cries when she has to get his hair cut because she doesn't like him with short hair. She thinks he's ugly. Imagine if you lived closer and you came over and cut the hair and then she came back to get the dog tomorrow and he looked so different. She would literally never let me near him again. It was an accident. I'm sorry. My friend just came over. She just so happened to be a groomer and I went upstairs to the bathroom and I came down and the puppy had no hair. I would never. Don't worry, Bubba. Don't worry. You're such a sweetheart. He's such a good puppy. You do fancy cuts, see? I'll tell her. Do you want Melinda to cut your hair? Do you? Do you? How do you make them, Melinda, how do you make them stop peeing all over you when they get excited or nervous? Every time I say, do you want to go you pee? He turns over and he pees all over me. Ooh, socialization, I'll tell Maris. Gotta love needles in your spine that only half work. Okay, Adam will never get his wish of somebody having twins or his mom's wish of somebody having triplets or my own wish of having one if you guys don't stop talking about needles and spines. Oh my God, I just spit. You loved natural childbirth? Girl. Maybe I should just be a fur mommy. Yeah, oh, in Ray's defense, she's right. I was doing that last night. The comments move so fast sometimes that you try to click it and you accidentally click somebody else's name and you don't realize it and then you put them in timeout. I did it last night to somebody. Oh, I'm really sorry. It's really not terrible. You do forget the pain. I know about the pain. Don't worry. I'm just teasing with you guys. I'm just joking. I would go through it for that. How do I say this without sounding like a big fat a-hole? I know that it hurts like a mother, clearly, because of that saying, right? I have a high tolerance for pain and I'm still petrified of it, but I feel like I would do it if it meant having a baby. You forget immediately, I bet you do. That's a good idea to take the dogs out to go potty so they don't pee all over the house. I need to get professional floor cleaners after this puppy leaves. Yes, I do. The smell of the baby alone has to be worth it. Oh, yes. All right, Hudson, you want to say goodbye to everybody? Does anybody have anything else they want me to answer that you asked that I didn't respond to? Or any questions that you have for me really quick? This is turning into, go figure, another really long babbly one. But I just wanted to get that story out for you guys. I wanted to show you one more time. It's our Bucks for Love campaign. If you guys want a cup, Hudson likes it too. It's paypal.me/strongprisonwives. And they're $25 or $35 for the little clear bag, the cup, and for the lanyard. And somebody, well, Mama's leading the whole thing up so she can help answer any questions. Somebody will put the link in the address. We're gonna go put Hudson's tag back on, and then we're gonna take him out. So I love you guys. Keep staying strong, keep loving strong, keep supporting one another through this journey, because you're one day closer to all being behind you. Lots of love from my heart and lots of love from Hudson's heart to all of yours. Thank you for coming on. Last night was a nightmare. You lifted my spirit so much. Oh my gosh, Brittany, I hope everything's okay. How much longer will you be selling that stuff? Mama, how much longer are we selling that stuff? If you guys have any questions after the live is over, you can always email Lisanne. Her email address is business@strongprisonwivesandfamilies.com. Okay? Have a great day, everyone, and don't forget to hit the thumbs up. Thank you, Jody, so much. You're such a blessing. Thanks for everything you do. Oh, thank you, Sarah. Oh my gosh, I forgot. So we're doing giveaways. So when we hit, I totally forgot. When we hit 7,500 subscribers on YouTube, we're giving away 3 of these. And then when we hit 10,000, we're giving away 3 pieces of merchandise from Adam's store, which is bit.ly/free Adam merch. And so make sure that you share the channel, tell your friends about it. Make sure if you're new here that you subscribe. And I love that you're saying happy anniversary. I'm dying to know how you know that, because I didn't even know it was my anniversary. You're hysterical. I love it. I love you guys. And I will see you in the next one. Hudson, say bye. Say bye, everybody.